Good day, coaches, parents, and swimmers. You may have already heard about this training curriculum called Psych, a program designed for swimmers and their parents to maximize their success within the lane lines and in their own mind. My name is Coach Mike, and most of you know me from North Carolina champs or sectionals as an announcer for some of the most important and powerful competitions we enjoy each year. We may have met at Greensboro or TAC, where I often announce for our kids. As part of the initial launch of Psych, my new mental training program designed to assist you in helping you and your child do the very best they can in the wonderful world of competitive swimming. I'm offering you the same opportunity to learn and grow with your child or your children. As you will see, the world of our mind is one we are all trying to understand more passionately than ever before. The new neuroscience that I'm sharing with you is the latest and greatest information out there and is meant to be digestible, with new concepts presented each week, along with the key information that can assist your child achieve their greatest dreams. You can always go to www.psycheet.com to learn more. Our first free offering is designed to let you become aware of the many ways we create bad habits, or at least how we already created less helpful habits throughout our lives, mainly unconsciously. Some would say this brief presentation could be entitled, How to Trick Yourself into Success While Destroying Negative Thoughts. It is just a starting point, of course, to better understand how science tells us we are often unconsciously creating situations for ourselves. Conversely, if we can learn and understand how we have done it to ourselves, perhaps we can help our children to eliminate the unconscious thoughts and feelings that will challenge them in the future. But as you can see in this brief presentation, the negativity has already occurred, and our opportunity is to eliminate the negative thoughts, feelings, and emotions that keep us stuck in dysfunctional patterns that rob us of our life and our joy in creating new experiences. To do this, we will explain a little bit about neuroscience and quantum physics in these talks. It might sound like your worst subjects in high school or college has come back to haunt you, but I promise you may see things very differently after this short video. You and the life you have created are a habit that you may have chosen consciously or one that you defaulted into at some other time. A habit is a redundant set of automatic, unconscious thoughts, behaviors, or emotions that are acquired through repetition. And you all know that. A habit is created when you have done something so many times that your body knows how to do it better than your mind. I call this being on autopilot. So like most people, you wake up in the morning and begin to think about your opportunities or your problems or your challenges for the day. For instance, your to-do list or the things that you have to do to eliminate the problems for tomorrow and next week. These problems are really just circuits or memories in the brain. And each one of these memories are connected to people and things, certain times and places. Said another way, the brain is a record of our past. The moment you start your day, you are already thinking in the past. And every one of those memories has an emotion tied to that thought. So if you wake up and you observe that it's the first of the month, you may remember that the mortgage is due, depending on whether or not you like your house. or have enough money to pay the mortgage, or think the neighbor across the street is a good guy or a jerk because he mows his lawn at 6 a.m. every Saturday as you are taking a child to the pool for morning workout. You are now aware that everything tied to the thought of, I have to pay my mortgage, carries an emotional charge with it. One that's pleasant, neutral, or disabling, depending on the criteria you assign to it. The emotions are the end product of past experiences or decisions like these. So in the moment, you recall those memories or those problems. They may suddenly cause you to feel unhappy or sad, or maybe even feel some pain. Now, how you think and how you feel creates your state of being. Your entire state of being when you start your day in the past carries a lot of baggage with it. And all you did was just wake up. So what does that mean? It means that the familiar past will soon become the predictable future. Your desire to change any aspect of your life has already been railroaded off a cliff, never to be seen again, or at least until next New Year's, when you swear it will change this year. And it will happen each month, largely unconsciously. So if you believe your thoughts have something to do with your destiny, and you can't think greater than how you feel, our feelings have become the means of our thinking. It is the very definition of those emotions that you are thinking is in the past. Let me say that again. If you believe your thoughts have something to do with your destiny and you can't think greater than how you feel, then our feelings have become the means of our thinking. Thinking creates feelings, and feelings create emotion. By definition, those emotions that you are thinking are from the past. And for the most part, you are going to keep creating the same life because you are thinking the same thoughts, leading to the same feelings, and then to the emotions that may have become hardwired in your brain over time. Now, let me take this to your child's point of view. He or she just came off a swim experience that was, on the surface, not a big deal. Perhaps he false started or she was DQ'd. There will be many opportunities to do it right or better in the future, so it's not a big deal from a parental point of view. But like you, your child focuses all his attention on the infraction, and the thought becomes a feeling, and after a little while, it morphs into an emotion that might get stuck in the endless stream of consciousness we all have access to. And as I've heard from parents and swimmers alike, it was harder to get up for the next meet or the next race because they may have been thinking so much of the previous disappointment that it became a real struggle to compete at their best for some reason. When your son stands on the blocks again to compete, what do you think he's thinking about? The race or the start? Where does your son or daughter direct their attention after a disqualification? Obviously, the effort and the result didn't match the expected outcome they desired or hoped for. And through the disappointment and the excessive thoughts, an emotional trigger was created unconsciously. What will the next meet hold for me? What if I touch with only one hand again? I put so much effort into this. I wonder if it is even worth it anymore. Why did I false start? What was I thinking? These may be the thoughts and experiences that are the very result of an emotional storm caused by your children affecting their performance. Even though no one deserves blame or judgment, the experience is still with your kids in their subconscious. Those who were really hyped up may be the ones carrying a lot of the emotional baggage of the disappointment of their ability to race successfully. And if their next meet is champs or sectionals or futures, well, there may be some things we can and should do to support them to get over the emotions that are largely unconscious, that are still directing their mental attitude when it comes to swim meets and racing. Indeed, the parent may be the best one to assess if their child is holding any of this in. It is not likely a coach with the responsibility of 30 or 40 swimmers would even give notice, given their attention to so many other details at every practice. Let's get back to the parents for a moment. Each morning when you wake up, your mind has been trained to go on a search and destroy mission. As many things that could go wrong that day or that week. After all, don't we all desire a hassle-free week? Well, of course we do. So early in the morning, you grab your cell phone, check your texts, emails, Facebook, Instagram, and you tweet something. You check the news, the weather, and now you feel connected to everything that is known in your life. And you go through a series of routine behaviors. You get out of bed on the same side, go to the bathroom, get a cup of coffee, take a shower, get dressed, drive to work the same way. You do the same things. You see the same people that push the same emotional buttons prior to today. And that becomes the routine. And it becomes like a software program. So now you have lost your free will to a mental program. And there is no unseen hand doing it to you. It is all you. When it comes time to change, the redundancy of the cycle becomes a subconscious program. So now 95% of who we are by the time we are 35 years of age is a memorized set of behaviors, emotional reactions, unconscious habits, hardwired attitudes, beliefs, and perceptions that function like a computer program. So then you can say with the remaining 5% of your conscious mind, I want to be healthy. I want to be happy. I want to be free. But the body is on a whole different program. So then, how do you begin to make those changes? Well, you must get past the analytical mind, because what separates the conscious mind from the subconscious is the analytical mind. And that is where meditation and affirmations come in, because you can teach people through practice how to change their brain waves, to slow them down. And when they do that properly, they do enter the operating system where they can begin to make some really important changes designed to support their goals and objectives for their life. We'll talk about brainwave speed, a fascinating topic, and the benefits of understanding what it is in another video. Stay tuned. It is universally common to most people who wait for a crisis or a trauma or disease or a diagnosis. They wait for loss, some tragedy to make up their mind to change. And the message could be, why wait? You can learn and change in a state of pain and suffering, or you can learn and change in a state of joy and inspiration. Right now, the cool thing is that people are waking up. They're beginning to think about the 80,000 to 100,000 thoughts they have every day. As they are becoming aware that 90% of them are the same thoughts from yesterday, which is why you have moved from a familiar past and acknowledge your life has become the predictable future. It is from this place that change can really be hard because it is so ingrained in us, our mind, the software. It just needs an update and a reboot, to be sure. Now, back to your swimmers, especially those that had a highly emotional experience where things went sideways through no fault of anyone. Where are their heads today? How deeply have they been disappointed or hurt because of the other experience? Clearly they have, or their performances would have been better the next weekend. Perhaps there are nagging doubts about why bother, or something else that is restricting their best performance. These are but a few of the questions that have answers based on your child's contextualization of the events. We can help them get through this challenge and perform as though nothing ever happened previously. How do we do this? Well, it is a scaled down process designed for their maturity and swimming acumen and language in such a way that they will get it and practice the solutions to unwind the negative thoughts from those recent examples. We as parents only want the best for them, and getting them back on the horse safely is one of the strategies we teach and model. We want them to be the best version of themselves as individuals and swimmers or musicians or classmates or wherever their interests lie. So when you join psychsheet.com, you will likely see them grow exponentially through the various levels. If you would like to learn more about the opportunities to enhance and understand the process you and your children are already using, for better or worse, please reply to this email by going to the link at www.psychsheet.com and ask for your free consultation. All of this information can be delivered to you, the parent, or delivered to anyone in your family. But the program that I call Heat One is for kids in the 7 to 8 year of age range, 9 to 10 years, 11 and 12, and the 13 to 15 age group, all with the appropriate languaging so that their understanding matches their maturity level and swimming acumen. Heat 1 and 2, 3, and 4 are similar in structure, but different in content, and our practice sets for each will seal the deal. They will be held generally every 3 months with 6 sessions every other week and time to utilize the practice sets in between. Can you even imagine the important growth they will undergo over the next year with Heat 1 through 4 bolstering their psyche and teaching them how to stay conscious and to create their life instead of just defaulting into it the way we have? One way we can support them in this endeavor is our new program, Psych Sheets for Parents. The weekly delivery of content, much like that contained in this video, with a swimming twist to it, is available via our membership site at the introductory price of $29 a month for the first year. This site will house opportunities to ask questions, get weekly updates on the science surrounding the mental trainings, and to build a connection with our swimming parents and their swimmers. An even stronger sense of community can be built to support the goals and objectives of our swimmers, many of whom are clearly on a roll. There is so much to share with you, and this is just the beginning. I hope you'll play and replay this as much as you want, as my gift to you. And if it strikes a chord, join us for Psych Sheet for Parents while your children go through the Heat 1, 2, 3, and 4 curriculums. You too can make the yearly excursion to champs and sectionals and futures and zones, and who knows, maybe even Olympic trials or the Olympics or the World Championships will be on your travel schedule the way it is on some who are already on the Psych Sheet team. You too can have your child grow through the experience and deepen their relationship with life and the choices they make. I wish you only the best in life and swimming, and will appreciate the opportunity to work with your family if that is your intention. If you know of others who would be interested in this program, please forward the email to them, as our database is just getting started and they can make an informed decision for their family as well. Sign up here and watch your swimming dreams come true for your child or your children. I appreciate your attention and focus on the best your child can experience. And I am here to say, as I have said many times before, Heat 1.